Welcome back guys, this is the most awaited smartphone of the year, the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G edition. But let's take a look on this budget smartphone, and I think this phone is really very exciting. There's lots to love and less to hate, especially if you are on that segment. Otherwise it's not. I will tell you very soon. Okay, first with the box. It has a typical box or same box that we get with the Redmi phones. I think they haven't changed this box. I don't remember since when 10 series, 9 series, 8 series, pretty much they have the same color box. Most of the companies they do change, but they have it. Okay, anything exciting? Yes, there is one exciting stuff in the box. Of course, you get a cheap quality case. We are not worrying about that. This one is exciting. This is the 67-watt fast charging. I believe till the Note 10 series they used to give maximum 33 watt, but now they have this 67 watt on your budget. Let's jump straight into the design. Okay, this is surely a new kind of design for the Redmi. Starting with this 11i, now with this 11 Pro, they have changed the design. Okay, first let's focus on the back panel. This is obviously made of the glass, but if you look on the back panel, actually the real life you can make it as a digital fence. I mean, this is more or less like a steel fence that you put on your garden. This is something similar. It looks beautiful. It is slightly bulky, slightly heavy, not too much heavy, just around 202 grams, but it's a little bulky because it is a boxy frame. So actually it will take a more surface area compared to what you get with the curved phones. But as you know, this is the trend of 2022. The fingerprint button is on the side, and just on top of that there's a volume button. In the bottom you get the USB Type-C port. There's a speaker, SIM tray on the top, classic and the vintage IR blaster. There's a speaker too. On the left it is perfectly clean. Let's check out the SIM tray. It's got a new design. Now you can put the SD card or a SIM card or a dual 5G SIM card. In the back there is actually triple camera, but actually it feels like there is a 6 camera. Let's jump into the phone. And how about the display? Starting with the Redmi Note 10 series, I think this is their most unique feature that you won't get in any of the budget phone on this same price segment. This is the 6.67 inches full HD plus Super AMOLED display. There are two main features. First is the brightness. The usual you get around 700 nits, and on the peak it goes up to the 1200 nits, which is super bright. Also, this display supports 120 Hz refresh rate. There is no adaptive. It is either 120 or this 60, but I think it is always good if you use on the 120 Hz. If display is really your priority on the budget, nothing can beat this device. Let's check out the software too. This is the MIUI, and you get the Google Now feed also, which is good. Getting inside, actually I have installed just 3 applications: the BGMI, Antutu Benchmark and the Geek Benchmark. That's it. So Facebook, you have the LinkedIn, Mi Store, Mi Remote, Mi Pix, Mi Community, Netflix, Mi Video, Share Me, Spotify. I mean, these you can uninstall. I think can you uninstall the Mi Store? Yep. Mi Remote? Yep. Mi Pix? No. Mi Community? Yes. So I think around 90% application you can uninstall, which is great. About phone section, this one is running the 13.0.3 all specs, and actually it is still based on the Android 11. This is the sad part. If you care about the software things, then I think this is not good deal. Let's talk about the performance. On the specs, this phone is powered with the Snapdragon 695. This is the latest processor. We have already seen few devices like the Vivo T1 5G and the latest one, the Realme 9 Pro 5G. So my experience with this processor is, I will say it's an average processor. So for the casual things, this processor is good. It is fast enough for most of the day-to-day performance. If you're opening camera and taking a lot of pictures, this is okay. For most of the general purpose tasks, this processor okay. And again, it is a 5G compatible processor, and you get around 13 5G bands. So it is good for most of things. When it comes to the gaming, just for an instance, if you go to the BGMI settings, graphics, This processor supports maximum HD graphics with the high frame rate. Okay, with the smooth, it can go up to the ultra frame rate. If you just go to the video section, you can maximum film up to 1080p 30 frames per second. This is very sad part. So that's why I said this is just an average processor. It does most of the tasks. Let's talk about the camera. It has an old 108MP sensor which is already being used on the Note 10 series. There's nothing wrong. It is an old sensor, and if you see the quality of the photos from the main camera sensor, they look very nice, and color precision is very close to the original objects. You can say there is a 90 to 95% color accuracy in the bright outdoor condition. Photographs, colors, they are coming very fine. But when I took photographs with the 108MP mode, I think it is not very great on that condition. Sometimes it can't focus properly, so you have to use do actually tap to the focus, because this is budget phones, not properly optimized for such a high resolution sensor. So these kinds of issues will be okay, but I think if you don't go with the 108MP mode, you can take some nice shots for some indoor situation. I mean, with the artificial light, photos look good, but it lacks some details. If you do a little bit of zoom, you can see there are some issues on the edges, and these kinds of things will happen. Like I told you guys, this is a budget phone. Okay, on the complete outdoor, let's check out the dynamic range of things. Here again, colors are coming okay. If there's a good amount of light, this phone takes good shot. Ultra wide shots are again good with this phone, so there is nothing too much you can do with this main sensor. It's a good sensor and it takes decent shot for the price you're getting. Of course, there will be no OIS. This one just has AIS, so videos will be a little bit of shaky, but this is just 1080p, so you will get only max this thing. There are some other modes too. For example, there's a movie mode. If you want to film some wider aspect ratio video, you can film it. Obviously, it will be just full HD. And again, there is some fun macro video available on most of the Redmi phones. You can film HD macro videos. I'm not sure about in which situation you can make macro videos. In summary of the rear camera, for photos, it is very good. Not very great for the high resolution mode and not very great for the video mode. Let's talk about the front camera. You get this 16 megapixel front camera and photos are coming nice. By default, the beautification is on. You need to make it off. Okay, it takes very nice selfies. Also from the front, you can make selfie videos with the 1080p resolution, just like on the rear camera. But the quality of the selfie video, I found it is very good, because in most of the budget phones or even on the premium phones, like I tested with the OnePlus 10 Pro, the dynamic range or the background is mostly blown out. You can see a lot of good details, but this phone takes a very great front camera video. According to the company, वो slimmest phone है 2021 का. Slim phone के साथ आप जानते हैं सबसे big concern यही होता है कि बहुत से compromise करने पड़ते हैं, especially build consumption like. This is very strange. Actually, even when I closed both the output of the speaker, still I am getting volume from here. It's not like that, like audio is not coming from here. Actually, it is coming from both the places. A partial here, a partial here, and a partial here. I think there is a triple speaker or what? I'm not sure. Maybe I need to do tear down just to figure out like where are all these speakers. Okay, the speakers are very loud. I mean, considering the price, I'm saying it is very good. Even we have seen on the Redmi Note 11, the speakers are very good. Also, you get the Dolby effect or Dolby Atmos support. If you just go and search on the Dolby, there's a Dolby effect too. And about the battery recharging, there's a 5000 milliamps big battery with the 67-watt charger in the box. According to the company, you can charge from 0 to 100 in 42 minutes. With my testing with the Xiaomi 12, it takes around 45 to 47 minutes, so don't go with the company's stuff. You can assume 45 minutes from 1 to 2% to 100%. And on the extras, this phone is IP53 certified. We need to wait and test on the durability. Mostly all the latest phones are working fine. Since we have already tested Xiaomi 11i, we are going to get the same kind of result with this phone too, but this one is slightly thicker. It will be exciting to see whether this one is going to again bend just like the Redmi Note 10 or not. Okay, so that's it guys for the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G first impression. So far, a very impressive smartphone. The only cons I found is especially on the processor side. Also a bit of older Android version. Do let me know your thoughts with this device. Thank you so much. This is Saurabh. Have a great day.